Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Dog here, and today I present to you the Blitz Survival Games Cheater Tier List. Now, before I get started with moving people around on all these custom tiers that I've created, I just want to throw a disclaimer out there, or two. Disclaimer number one being, don't go and harass anyone I put on this list, whether or not these people are toxic or really nice or cheated or are cheating. I just want nobody on this list to be harassed whatsoever. Nobody deserves that. I mean, it just doesn't matter who these people are as a person. If they get harassed over cheating in Minecraft, that's pretty bullshit. So just don't even consider it. So yeah, let's get started into disclaimer number two. Disclaimer number two being, if you're one of those crybabies that comes into my comment section and tags times in my video, and talks about who's cheating and who's not, just know that every person in this list is an objective hacker. You can either A, find videos of them admitting to it online, B, see for yourself that they're hacking in game because they're just that blatant, or C, they've admitted it themselves somewhere, either in a video, a thread, or to multiple people in DMs. So let's get started. F tier equivalent is microscopic cheats slash got banned immediately slash admitted to hacking publicly. So this tier is going to be for the cheaters that didn't have an effect on the game, but I just had to include because they had high stats when it happened. So got banned immediately equals driest. So driest was named Gleb Kalishkalavlav or whatever the fuck he names himself. I never say it correctly, so I'm not even going to try, but he b-hopped as a meme, I think, and I think he wanted to get banned on purpose. But yes, I remember him b-hopping, and I Watchdog reported him that day. I think this was 2.5 years ago when Watchdog kind of was first having its good old baby steps, and he got permanently banned right before my literal eyes. And in front of Dryas, we're going to have Horrifying. Now, I have no feasible evidence that Horrifying has hacked outside of this, but there is a video on my channel where Horrifying is b-hopping and gets banned by Watchdog. The only reason I have them in front of Dryas is because I feel like it was an unironic thing rather than Dryas was actually trying to be banned. I have seen people talking around that Horrifying cheats, and that's also another reason why Dryas is ahead of or behind Horrifying on this list. So ahead of Horrifying, we have Aiden. Aiden is, as we all know or should know, he was a Blitz YouTuber with I think 6,000 subscribers. I think he had like 10,000 subscribers. So it was pretty a huge deal that he made a video admitting to using cheats against cheaters in UHC. Now the only reason I included him in this list is because the odds of him using those cheats on cheaters in Blitz is very high, and I've talked with him a few times since he made that video, and I believe that he did mention that he did use these cheats on Blitz hackers, and I believe that he does cheat on his main now, even to this day, but it's every like 4 or 5 months. So ahead of Aiden, we have Techno, and he'll end off this tier for us. The reason I have Technoblade on this tier is because he was exposed for autoclicker by MC_Alex1337 or Quasar in 2015, I believe. And the reason that he's ahead of Aiden is because it's a very microscopic cheat, and he was never banned for it, but he had like 12,000 subscribers or something crazy at the time, or like 9,000. And for Blitz, that was insane in 2015. And he ended up admitting to autoclicker. So imagine like this great player with like an 8 KD. It's unprecedented how good he is. He makes a montage. He gets exposed for it. Is using autoclicker the whole time. It's pretty bullshit. You feel like you were conned into liking this guy or whatever, or like in being a fan of how good he was. So, that's that. Moving on to E tier equivalent, which is cheats in Blitz as more of a hobby than anything, fairly easy to kill. So these players are going to be the AP hunters or XP grinders or people that kind of play Blitz as a background hobby, if anything. You don't really see these players often, and when you do, you can actually take them out because of their low game sense in Blitz. So, let's see. We've got Ronderd on this tier. We've got role blocking on this tier. And let's see. Hang on a second. I think honestly, I'm gonna put I got in the Hashi on this tier, and I know that a lot of people won't agree with me. Um, but when you think about it, they only play Blitz as a background thing, if anything. Actually, well, nah. I'll put them up on the tier above this. These two are gonna be the only people on this tier. I know that that seems anticlimactic, but this isn't exactly a tier list where you kind of do that thing, it's like you don't have a certain amount on each list. Like 12 people could take up one fucking tier. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I felt like I had to put two more people. That's why I put them. But anyway, these two are players that came from other communities and came into Blitz, but they got low amounts of stats or they just don't have really any game sense. Putting role blocking on this list is kind of a stretch because they only have 18,000 kills and they came from UHC, if I am correct, and Ronderd is the same case. Now, I'm going to be putting Ronderd behind role blocking because Ronderd got permanently banned on his main, but he is playing on an alt right now. So it's the same dude, and it's the same name. Like, literally, the account name is just named Rounderd with a U in front of the N. So it's just the same exact guy, and that's why he's on this list in general. I think he actually did manage to get a decent amount of kills while he was on his main. I think he got around like 11,000. But role blocking, however, has 18,000 kills, and I've seen many clips of her cheating, so I can confidently put her on this list. But yeah, we're gonna put her in top of E tier. It's pretty basic, I don't really need to go into detail about role blocking. It's the same as Ronderd. Player comes from another community, cheats very hard, gets a few dozen thousand kills, which, she's heading up on 24,000 right now. Still plays actively, I think. So, moving up to D tier equivalent, which is acquired mid-level stats next to no game sense. Holy shit, my scroll wheel just breaks out of nowhere. Okay, so these players are going to be players that cheated for a good amount of time, enough to get like maybe 30 to 35,000 kills in that range, or a very good KD, or many kits to 10, but they don't really have any game sense and they don't know much about Blitz. So in this tier, we're going to have the Hashi, we're going to have IGOT, we are going to have Momo, we're going to have, come on. I don't know if I should put, hang on. I'm really thinking here. Next to no game sense. I think this is all I'm gonna do. Because there are a lot of players on this list with a lot of game sense coming. Like it's a lot of game sense all around. So that's all I'm gonna do for this tier here. All right, we're 8 minutes in. Let's go. All right, so bottom of D tier, or the custom D tier, we're going to have Momo, and the reason Momo is going to go at the bottom, whereas IGOT and the Hashi are going to be ahead of him, is because, or actually D tier is in this exact order, to be honest. I didn't know that I placed it like that. So Momo was, actually all three of these players are Mega Walls cheaters. They were known in Mega Walls for cheating, and then they came to Blitz to cheat in the Blitz survival games. Now, the only reason the Hashi is ahead of IGOT and Momo is because the Hashi used Necromancer almost all the time, which made him nearly impossible to kill because, the Prod bows are very useful for killing hackers. So you were basically forced to melee him almost every single game. The reason that I put them in this no game sense tier is because I remember getting the Blitz star over them a lot, and they would just go off and kill whore the whole game. So I believe that none of these players really had game sense. They were just kind of whole W cheat type of people. So yeah, Momo, it's pretty much the same description for all of them. But the only reason I put Momo below these two is because IGOT and the Hashi had like a persona. They had like this cult following on the forums. It was like this Hey Sister James Charles bullshit. And it really worked for them. It really pissed people off. And I think this tier list is not, it's also about how hard you cheated and for how long, but it's also about what effect you had on the game in the sense of like how people act towards cheaters and how people or cheaters act towards people. So they go in D tier. All right, moving on to C tier. A lot of people are going to go in this tier, actually. B-hopping on alts / cheating on well-known accounts / low-level game sense. So we're going to put a good bit of people on this because this is a custom tier that I had to put in because there are a lot of people on this list that actually fall under this category where they cheat on well-known accounts or B-hop on alts all the time. So I think that's it. I think that is all the people that go in this tier. Yeah, that's all the people that go in this tier. So these are all the people that you'll see b-hopping on alt accounts and never their main account. Now let's see. I think in this tier it's going to depend on like how many stats they have on their main and what account they actually hacked on, like what main they hacked on. So at the bottom of this tier, we're going to throw O Amelia. Now, O Amelia, the only reason I'm putting at the bottom of this tier is because she actually ended up exposing herself for cheating. She had access to Global Clutch's account and several other very low stat players, like Aver had like 15k kills when he gave his account to her. She had access to, I can't really recall, but she did have access to 5 or 6 Blitz players' accounts. Now, she posted on her Snapchat story a picture of her using 3.6 block reach. If I'm correct, it could be 3.1 or 3.5 on Global Clutch's account. Now, Global Clutch's account back then was at like 75k kills, so it was like kind of a high caliber account because this was like a year and a half ago. So she kind of exposed herself, and that's why I'm putting her lower, because not only did she cheat on a kind of mediocre stat account at the time, or like kind of high stat, not too high stat. It's not like 100,000 or anything, but she also quit and wasn't really active. She's playing right now, but it's really not about that. She did hack on her main, I believe, but there's really no proof behind this. That's why I put her in this tier. All right, so ahead of her, we're going to have King Rico. Now, King Rico, actually, I'm going to put Mercilessly in front of Amelia, and then King Rico in front of Mercilessly. Now, King Rico and Mercilessly are like the parallels to one another on this list. Same with the Hashi and I got, or Aiden and Techno. And that's because Mercilessly and King Rico both go on alt accounts and B-hop quite often, but the only difference between these two players is that Mercilessly played legit for a good time on his main account, I believe. I think he got around 7,000 kills playing legit. And not only that, he's inactive right now, and that's a big like part of this list too, especially if it comes down to the line like this. Like, both players have the same mannerisms, and King Rico is active currently, and he enjoys boosting a few select players in team mode. I'm not going to talk about those players, but pretty cool. So yeah, King Rico goes ahead of Mercilessly on this list. All right, so Aya Avatar and Wristwatch. I'm actually going to put Aya Avatar behind Wristwatch, and the reason behind this is because Aya Avatar was given access to SlyPro X's account, and he named it Doski at the time. And the reason I'm putting him behind Wristwatch is because although SlyPro X's account has higher stats, Aya Avatar did not get the account banned. Wristwatch ended up getting Nerdflix's account banned, which I'll get into. But yeah, Aya Avatar was cheating insanely hard on SlyPro's account. There's a video on Julian's channel. I've seen proof from people with unlisted videos. And not only that, but I also believe like a little bit that he hacks on his main. I don't know for sure. There's going to be a lot of those in this tier list, or in this particular section. So Wristwatch is the top of this tier because he was bought Nerdflix's account in late or mid 2018, I think, or like early 2018, and he hacked on it insanely hard for around 4 or 5k kills, and then it got permanently banned. Unfortunately, because it's Nerdflix, guys. Come on, we all miss him. We all miss him, don't we? So yeah, Wristwatch is on this list, and Wristwatch actually b-hops on alt accounts that are also well-known accounts, like in other games. So not only does he cheat on those, he also cheated on Nerdflix, which is pretty huge, and that gives him the biggest boost possible on this list. Same with Aya Avatar. So moving on to the tier above that, it's B tier equivalent. Blatant hacks, mid-level game sense, and difficult to kill / partially active. So these are going to be the players with wild cheats that are kind of active and have mid-level game sense. So we're going to throw up on this list. We're going to throw a Big Papa. Come on, this is going to be hard. So Blatant hacks. We put up Blatant hacks. Big Papa. We're going to throw up, a lot of people are going to go on this list. We're going to throw up Z-Lubra. We're going to throw up Folino. We're going to throw up I Like Animals. And let's see, come on. Blatant cheaters. We're going to throw up Hakai. Let's see. Come on, guys. We can do it. Tobiknak. I'm really thinking here. I'm really trying to think. Well, I think I'm going to put Micepool on this tier, and I'll give a reason to why that is in a bit. I want to put Nube on this tier. There's going to be a lot of players going on this tier because this qualifies for like a lot of fucking people. Mid-level game sense and difficult to kill. I think that wraps it up, actually. Yeah, that wraps it up. So we're going to scroll up here. Did I miss anybody? I'm just checking if I missed anybody right here. Nope. Okay. So this tier is for people, like I said, that use blatant cheats, have mid-level game sense, and they're actually like a little difficult to kill. Like when they're in your game, you're like, ah, man. And partially active meaning they could be kind of sort of active and like maybe up to like 6 months. So yeah, let's get this little thing started. Let's see. So bottom of B tier, I'm going to have to put Tobiknak. And the reason I put Tobiknak at the bottom is because he's the least active out of any of these players, and that is a kind of grading system to this particular tier. It's like how active they are. So all these players gained very decent stats while cheating. I forgot to mention that in the tier, but every single one of these players has like over 40,000 kills collectively. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put Micepool ahead of Tobiknak. Oh, by the way, well, Tobiknak, let me explain. Let me go into depth about Tobiknak. Tobiknak is on this tier because he has been cheating for years now, but it's been in kind of these weird, like, hibernation type like style. It's kind of weird. It's like he cheated in 2014 to 2015, but after that he quits for 6 months, comes back, plays a couple games within 2 weeks, and then quits again for another 6 months. So he's really not a threat. He's actually the least active player on anyone out of anyone on this list, I think, other than a few that I'm going to put way high up. So Micepool goes ahead of Tobiknak because, again, we're grading this by how like active they are. Micepool is currently playing on an alt account, but I put him on this list because he was very blatant, and when the monthlies came out in 2017, so September 2017, he was cheating extremely hard, and he managed to top 3 in like 6 monthlies for like half a year straight. He was partially active when he did this, or no, he was very fucking active, and then after that he kind of disappeared, and then he came back. Now, if he would have stayed that entire time, I would have put him a little higher, maybe in A tier equivalent, but I don't know if he was ever banned on his main account, because the one that is on his alt right now, that's like actually him, I believe. I'm very, 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 very strongly believe that that's him. All right. So ahead of Micepool, we're going to put Hakai. Now, we're going to put Hakai because... Actually, well, we're not going to put Hakai. We're going to put Big Papa. So Big Papa is going to go ahead of Micepool because Big Papa is, again, the third least active player on this list collectively across the past, like, 3 or 4 years. And he cheated for a long, long time, and he was known so much so that every lounge that had joined every voice channel in Fading Echoes, because that's what the main Discord was if you wanted to talk to, like, the big Blitz people at the time, they were always talking about I'm a B or Big Papa. They were never really talking about Nube, but Nube is way more active than Big Papa, and he plays way more often. So, yeah, Big Papa is going on this list for that. It's pretty objective that he cheats. I don't really need to go into what cheats he's using, to be honest. All right, so I'm going to put a Hakai ahead of Big Papa, and that's because Hakai played legit for a long, long time. But once he changed his name to Hakai, he's actually Evil Archer for anyone that didn't know. But after he changed his name to Hakai, he started cheating insanely hard. I'm talking like Kill Aura, like Knockback Modifier. And the reason that I'm putting him like not at the top is because he has kind of like a ping laggy thing. So it's actually not that hard to kill him, but it is still difficult a little bit because his cheats are just that wild. So I'm going to put Nube at the top of this tier, and that's because Zlubra, Fulhinho, and I Like Animals are a friend group of players that all cheat, and it's pretty known fact that they cheat. I've seen multiple videos of them hacking. I've seen them cheating myself in game. These people have wild-ass cheats. And the thing is they kind of go around and boast about it, too. Like, you see they have the same skin. I Like Animals had a skin that was the same as Fulhinho and Zlubra, but it was hard to screenshot for some reason, so I had to, not do that. So, at the bottom of this tier, I think I'm going to put I Like Animals, or not at the bottom, but like below these three, I Like Animals, because he's the least active out of any of them. He doesn't play as much, and I know that Fulhinho and Zlubra queue like pretty often, actually. They don't really, like, they're pretty under the radar cheaters, these three. Like, they aren't as loud about it anymore, but they used to boast about it a lot when they were tagged in Discords. They still do. Like, if you tag them and call them out for cheating, they'll literally harass you. Like, they'll just, like, tag you over and over and talk about it. Like, for example, when I released the list and Z-Looper saw that he was on it, he tagged me like 5 times asking if I could add I Like Animals. And he does cheat, so I might as well. So, Foligno and Z-Lubra, it doesn't matter who goes where. I think I'm just going to put Z-Lubra below Foligno because Foligno has higher stats, and they've played for the exact same amount of time. Actually, I think I Like Animals is more active than these two, so we're just going to move I Like Animals up 2 spots and keep them there. So, Nube is going to go at the top of B-tier equivalent because Nube is a big old man. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, Nube is a very current cheater. He nicks and he uses Snowman Prestige 1 or Prestige 2, and he also has several other prestiges if my memory serves me correctly. And yeah, you'll just see this like Nick cheating on you insanely hard. You won't see a kill counter. He'll have it toggled off, and you'll see Snowman Prestige 2, and it's like, oh, okay. Who could that be? Who would ever buy Snowman Prestige 2? Minecraft Plays MC, is that you? Because I'm pretty sure he has that, and you're like, nope, it's Nube. So Nube is the parallel to Big Papa on this list. They both played together for a long, long time. They dominated solo and team win monthlies for like an entire year, actually. They were pretty fucking dominant throughout 2018 and late 2017. So these are very, very, like, formidable cheaters. But honestly, like, I can't put them in A tier because that's just a whole other class. Like, you'll see why I'm not putting them up there. But yeah, so that ends B tier, A tier. Okay, so A tier equivalent is closet cheaters that acquired high amounts of stats with no ban. So we all know who they are, right? The people that players have bitched about since like day one they started hacking. None of these players have gotten a ban as far as I know, unless it's for like toxicity or something other unrelated bullshit. So on this tier, we're going to be putting 11 block reach. Let's see, 11 block reach. Come on, guys. Come on. We're going to be putting Plante. We're going to be putting... Let's see. I'm going to put Handgun up here, to be honest. And I'll tell you why in a bit. I'll tell you why. Because I know that Handgun hasn't hacked for that long, but I'll let you know. So, 8... Oh, fuck. I almost... What if I fucking deleted the list? All right, so Taco. My fucking scroll wheel is fucking itself over. I'm gonna put Gorzy on this tier, but you'll see why in a bit. I know he was banned on his main, but I'll explain myself eventually. We're going to put Era's X on this tier. We're gonna put Tilt on this tier. We're gonna put Impulsic on this tier. Let's see. I'm really thinking, like, should I put Slypro or Nerdflix on this tier? I don't know. I mean, like, they didn't revolutionize the game that much when it came to, because S tier is a whole other category. I'm not gonna put, I'm not gonna put them. Ravi-ish. Thing is, he was banned in the end, but I do feel he falls under this category because he did acquire a high amount of stats by himself doing that. So I think that's all for now. I think no. So these players are like the. Actually, I'm gonna put Match here. So these players use closet cheats, and they cheated for an insane amount of time. Whether it be like they were under the radar, but they were blatant as fuck, right? So I'm gonna be putting. Let's see. We're gonna put. It depends on who was banned, who was not. So automatically, we're going to put Plante, Gorzy. Actually, Gorzy. So the thing about Gorzy is he is like the lesser of all three of these, 4 of these people that have actually been banned but go on this tier or qualify for this tier, because he got banned on his main and he cheats on an alt. But even if he cheats on an alt, all the collective stats that he gained on his main and his alt actually come nowhere near to the stats that these 3 players earned while they were hacking. I think behind them, I'm going to put Madge, and that's because Madge or Mason was legit for a long while up until he hit around 12.5k kills, I think. or not 12.5k wins or solo wins, and he started cheating to get himself banned on purpose. Like, that was his claim, so I believe it. But yeah, so he's going to be going ahead of Gorzy. There's nothing really else to say. I mean, like, yes, it was very revolutionary that Mason did cheat, but like I said, I'm treating Madge and Paite like two separate entities in this video, and there's a very good reason for that. It's because they have two entirely different personas, like, in-game, and it's just two different entities. Like, you can't not count both of them. Like, it's very hard not to. Plus, a lot of these people with alt accounts on this list just named them the same thing. So, like, Rondered to Roundered, Micepool to literally Micepool. You know, it's not the same as Madge. He didn't adopt an entirely different persona. So, ahead of Madge, we're going to have Plante. Now, the reason Plante... Actually, we're going to have Raviish. So, Raviish, as we all know, is the guy, Sarah Loves Powell. He made YouTube videos about begging Hypixel to unban him. Now, the reason I'm not putting him in S tiers because I don't really feel like he shifted the game too much. Like, people forgot about it pretty much instantly. I don't really see it referenced anymore. Nobody's really talking about it. And honestly, he cheated for a long, long time. Like, he himself cheated on this account. I just want that information to be out there. He cheated on his main before he ever gave his account to that e-girl that, like, used blatant hacks on it. So he acquired about 75,000 kills before he gave this account to this, like, weird-ass e-girl. And then she cheated on it for the 24,000 remaining. That brings him to 99,000. So I'm going to be putting him below Plante, and the reason behind that is because he, got permanently banned for cheating, and Plante did not. So Plante got permanently banned for, I think, a refund that he made on his account or something like that. And honestly, I've seen many, many, many clips of him cheating. I didn't want to put him on this list, but people sent me clips. Like 5 or 6 people sent me clips that they had of him when he was Plante. And I was surprised because that was like 2 years ago. Like, I didn't think people would have those clips. Or that was like that was definitely 2 years ago. So Plante was Sly Pro's like butt buddy. They were like parallels of one another basically. And Plante used insanely like high cheats, and he had ping lag, so it looked like legit. It almost looked legit, but there was like in the back of your head, you're like, nah, man, this ain't it. So he acquired an insane amount of fucking stats in this game. He sits at 10th place on kills leaderboard with 109,000 kills, and nobody has knocked him off to this day. And I believe that he did get the majority of those while cheating, because I did see him playing in solo with Sly Pro a lot, and they would like truce up and like cheat the whole game. All right, so ahead of Plante, we're going to have Ares X. Now, the reason Ares X isn't high is because not only does he have less stats than anyone ahead of him, except for 11 block reach, he also had the least KD out of anyone, and he admitted to using vape on his YouTube channel about 3 years ago. So, the thing is, he claimed he cheated on cheaters, I believe, and that's just, I don't think that's true. I think he just cheated all around because sometimes I'd fight him, and he would just not be getting just hits that felt right, And that's pretty much it with him on this tier. I think we should kind of hurry this up. It's at 28 minutes, this fucking video. Damn. So ahead of Ares X, we're going to have Hangen. Now, the reason Hangen is on this a tier this high is because, and I hate to say it, I hate to do this to him, but Hangen does hack in this game. He admitted to me in Toxic Plays Blitz that he uses an auto-clicker, quote-unquote. But if you go in game, you would see this Warlock Prestige 2 using insane hacks, and everybody was talking about him. Nobody knew who he was, but everybody knew who he was, right? You didn't want to say who he was because it was like, has he really started cheating? That's bullshit. But yeah, Hangen got 145,000 kills legitimately. I don't know if he cheated before that, but I am fully aware that that's when he started cheating. He started nicking with Warlock Prestige 2, going in games and shredding them with actual kill aura. He got 24,000 kills to date doing this. So I think, no, not 24. Yeah, it was like 24,000 kills or something. Something like that. Yeah, it was something around that. So 24,000 kills doing this, or like 25,000. And it's a pretty big deal because, Hangen cheating, it's no walk in the park. That's the number 2 player for kills, and he has a fucking high amount of kills. He's one of 3 players with the dark purple kill counter, so it's a huge deal. So in front of Hangen, we're going to be putting A Taco. Now, the reason I'm putting A Taco below all 3 of these people is because A Taco cheated for a long fucking time. He got like 40,000 kills while he was hacking. He was all of the craze. There are so many fucking videos of this guy cheating in Blitz. And everyone was talking about him, but he is inactive, and although he does qualify for this tier, he doesn't really play anymore. A lot of people will actually name themselves after him, like Shiban is naming himself after A Taco right now. So yeah, that's pretty simple talk with him. So I'm going to put Impulsic behind Tild and 11 block reach. That's because Impulsic is, although he does have 109,000 kills, like literally on the dot, he's about to get 10th place for kills. He is not that active, and honestly, I don't really think his game sense is that high for a hacker. Like, I kill him a lot of the time, and I see him dying a lot of the time. When I do decide to spectate him, just, have a good laugh at how hard he's hacking. But anyway, Impulsic is going on this tier because, he hacked for an insanely long time. I don't think he hacked the whole time. I think he hacked for around 50,000 kills and then was legit for 50,000 kills. He also got first place in the Blitz tournament, which means he was hacking. Like, it's objective. He was hacking the entire time. Like, you don't just get top 10 in that tournament without cheating, really, or without having someone cheating on your team. That's pretty much how it went. So, ahead of Impulsic, we have Tild. Same with Impulsic. Tild got 4th or 3rd in the Blitz tournament. Or 3rd, yeah. He got 3rd in the Blitz tournament. And like I said, you don't really get top 10 in this tournament unless you were cheating or your partner was cheating. He was teaming with Xhasco. Xhasco's a hacker, but he doesn't really go on this list, to be honest, because he's just that fucking inactive. Anyway, Tild is a pretty active teams mode player. It's pretty known fact that he cheats. I don't know how long he's hacked. I played teams with him a long time ago for about 800 wins apiece. Like, we both got 800 wins with each other. And he wasn't really cheating then. I didn't really see any sketchy hits. I think it was after he met Gorzy, and Gorzy taught him how to hack. So it was kind of like a chain effect. Notice how they're on the same tier. It's like, go, my son, go higher in the tiers. And then he's like up here. So 11 block reach. I don't really need to get too into detail about this. 11 block reach is like the Paite V2. I know this guy, and he does cheat. It's just objective. He's told me he's hacked and everything. He has like a 20 KD or something insane. It's pretty fucking obvious he hacks. I've literally seen him B-hopping and shit. So, yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's like Paite. It's like mini Paite, right? He has a lower KD, lower kills. He's not on the KD leaderboard. So, let's go up to S tier, the big boys. Tune in, guys. All right, let's listen up. So, S tier equivalent is fuck the game over / changed how we see cheaters today. So, every single one of these hackers either destroyed the game and made it nearly unplayable, or they just revolutionized how we see hackers. So I think the revolutionized how we see hackers are going to go on the bottom tier. So everybody goes on this tier, so let's get them up here. Let's throw them up. We got Nerdflix. We've got Rake's Cry. I got to fucking get this shit done faster. We're going to put these up here, and then we're going to throw them up here. So the reason I'm putting them up here is because all these cheaters changed the mannerism of how we act towards hackers, or they destroyed the game, or are destroying the game right now, actually. So we're going to put them high. We're going to put them high. All in S tier. Now, I think I already know who I'm going to put at the top of S tier. Not to bolster their ego or anything. I think we all know what's going to happen. So, at the bottom of S tier, we have VS Tercy. Now, VS Tercy, actually, yeah, we're going to put VS Tercy at the top of S tier. And the reason VS Tercy is going at the top of S tier is because VS Tercy basically laid the groundwork for a player coming out for cheating and then kind of disappearing. A lot of people will do that. They'll cheat a while, and then, although he only used autoclicker, he did admit to this in the end, and then he did disappear after that. And he basically set up the whole, I'm cheating, I'm going to admit to it, and then I'm going to disappear kind of thing. You see it all the time today. You see cheaters just disappear out of thin air after they're either exposed or they admit to hacking. So he pretty much set the groundwork for that kind of behavior. And not only that, but he was a fucking high stat player. He boosted in Blitz for so long. He got like 4,000 wins, solo wins. And when he was playing legit, he was using autoclicker in game. And I think a few other cheats. I think he was using reach and things like that. All right, so ahead of VS Tercy, we are going to have Supasmac. Now, Supasmac is under the Changed How We See Cheaters Today category. He has completely influenced the mannerisms of cheating, and this is why. He would Q Calum, and he was using a knockback modifier, velocity, straight velocity, like literally the best velocity in the game that I've ever seen. It kept him going up, directly up by half of a block every single time, and he would never take any knockback or seemingly any. It was like a quarter of a block, actually. So the reason that he, or the excuse he had behind this was, if you join Calum last, you take less knockback. So he created this cultic mindset where everyone was trying to join games last to create the less knockback effect. And when it didn't happen to you, you started to wonder, is this guy cheating? He got around 60,000 kills doing this, and he pretty much fucked over every Calum game that he was in, so he's actually under both categories on this list. But he hasn't played in like 3 years, so I'm not going to be putting him any higher than this. But yeah, he basically set the foundation for cheating and making up a super fucking wild excuse for it. Like, oh, my dog ate my homework, kind of like that, you know? So that's what Suppismac did for cheaters and how they act. And you see cheaters doing it to this day. They make up crazy fucking excuses, you know, things like that. So I'm going to put Francis ahead of Suppismac. So if you're an old player, you know who Francis7777 is. And that's because he was very, very, very known for hacking. He was actually exposed for cheating by Quasar, same with Technoblade. And Francis set the groundwork for a very popular player hacking and then a giant witch hunt like ensuing for them. This was probably one of the biggest witch hunts that Blitz ever saw. Like every single person, every game he was in, he had to see that shit. He had to see, oh, are you cheating today, Francis? Are you cheating today? Everyone went to his comment section every time he uploaded a video. Everybody bombarded his forums account, I believe. It's just everybody. Nobody ever left this guy alone, and he ended up quitting because of it. So he basically set the groundwork for how we behave towards popular players that cheat, that we choose to witch hunt. And that's pretty influential. Like, these 3 players right here that I've placed so far are fucking influential as hell. So, you know, take notes, guys. So we're actually going to hit the 40-minute mark. I'm really fucking sad about that, but, you know, whatever. I guess it's my 500 sub special. But anyway, let's hurry this up. So ahead of Francis, I'm going to put Filu59600. Now, Filu59600, as we all know, is a shared account. He paid people to play on the account, and multiple people cheated on the account. Now, this set the groundwork for like an account that's very, very new, getting insane amount of stats in a little amount of time. So he cheated. I think almost every single one of them cheated on the account, and that's pretty much all he really did. He like kind of set up that foundation. Like every time somebody mentions to me like they want to do something with an alt account, like, oh, I want to cheat on it and see how high stats I can get, it reminds you of Filu, right? It reminds you of what Filu was trying to accomplish, what he was trying to do, right? And he got leaderboards in under like 6 months. So he fucked over the game. Every game he was in, it was like pretty much ruined, and it was pretty retarded. So let's see. Ahead of Filu, I'm going to be putting Hyperbole. Now, the reason Hyperbole goes so high on this list is not only did Hyperbole convince a large amount of players he was legit for a long time, he also set the precedent for a guild owner cheating and like creating this cult of players that like kind of sucks them off and says they're legit everywhere. So every single time that you would call out Hyperbole or any of his officers, you would actually get harassed by like all of the members in that guild. #5, #5. We all remember it. You know, if you were a player that played like a year ago or 2 years or 3 years, you remember 5. So he cheated very, very hard. And he got like a lot of team mode wins. He had like 9k team mode wins. I don't think he hacked the entire time, but the reason of him owning 5 is the reason why he's so high on this list. So ahead of Hyperbole, we are going to have Nerdflix. Now, the reason Nerdflix is ahead or behind SlyPro, they're pretty much parallels of one another right here. That's because Nerdflix got banned in the end for cheating and he sold his account off. But this dude ghost. Like, he used a ghost client for so fucking long, and I people to this day tell me that he wasn't cheating. So his gimmick was he'd go up on a horse, he'd jump, shift, cheat really fucking hard on you. This dude fucked over the game for years. And you can probably hear the passion of a voice, because I had a personal experience with this guy, and it was just really just difficult having him in the game, and I'm so glad that he's banned. Like, this is the only bias I'm going to show on this list, honestly. All right, so ahead of Nerdflix, we have SlyPro. Like I said, they're parallels of one another. So SlyPro was pretty much the parallel to Nerdflix. He cheated for many kills. He was known for this for so long, and the only reason I'm putting him ahead of Nerdflix is because he was more active for longer than Nerdflix was, and he ended up only getting a year ban for cheating, and that wasn't even him, Simon, the owner, hacking on the account. So SlyPro hacked for fucking years. Oh my god. He was playing legit at first. He got like a large portion of his kills legit, like 50,000. But he did get 110 fucking thousand kills cheating. So we're going to put him at the top. He fucked over the game. Literally fucked it over for so long. Every game he was in, he would like either win or ruin it for you. He was a petty asshole. Like in game, he would like go for you and shit and target you with cheats. So if you killed him, he would always target you with cheats afterwards. So he pretty much ruined the game for a lot of people for a long time. So ahead of Sly Pro, we're going to have Paite. Now the only reason I don't put Paite behind Rake's Cry is because oh shit, sneeze time. The only reason I don't put Paite ahead of actually, well, I'm gonna put this is controversial. I'm gonna put Paite ahead of Okao and Ashua. Now, here is why. Okao and Ashua are active cheaters in the game, yes, but they didn't really do what Rake's Cry and Paite did. You know, Rake's Cry and Paite cheated for such a long fucking time. Rake's Cry cheated on multiple accounts. Paite cheated on the one account. Anyway, let's get to Okao and Ashua. So Okao and Ashua are one and the same. I'm going to put Okao behind Ashua because Ashua has higher stats. That's pretty much the only thing. We all know they hack. What they do is they manipulate moderators, as far as I believe. Game DNM was actually demoted recently. I think an investigation was started. They manipulate like several moderators that they know to unban them. So they're pretty much, they can't be banned. And they've been pretty much tearing up team mode for about 3 years now, and they make team mode unplayable. It's as simple as that. So every time you see Ashua and Okao in your game, you either feel like dodging or you just like lose to them, or either that or they get you and your teammates so low that you actually end up losing to another team in that game. So it's just really complicated and bullshit that they do what they do, and they still cheat to this day. And I have a video of them on my channel, and that's pretty much it for them. So Paite and Rake's Cry. So placing them in any tier is so fucking difficult, and that's because Paite, although Paite cheated for a large burst of kills in a very short amount of time and got an insanely high KD that is unprecedented and will never be one-upped, Rake's Cry hacked for longer. You know, like, because Rake's Cry had an old account called Yodanis, and he cheated on that too. This dude has always hacked in Blitz, and he terrorized Blitz for months. I think not even a month, like a year and a half. This dude terrorized Blitz. So I think I'm going to put Paite below Rake's Cry. Paite is up here. We all know why Paite is up here. Okay, so Mason managed to troll people and make people even question that he was hacking while using blatant hacks in game all the time. And he got a 26 KD. I think it was 27, and he got number 1 on the KD leaderboard. I think he was banned for a month. One time, that is it. He fucked over every single game he was in for like 4.5 months straight. So, not 4.5, like 3.5 months straight. It wasn't that long. So, Rake's Cry is at the top of S tier, and if you guys were waiting for this, you know, you've got it. Rake's Cry on the top of S tier. Yay. GG's, boys. We got it. Rake's Cry at the S tier. Boom. We got it. Rake's Cry. Fuck, man. Damn. He's at the top of S tier. He's made it. He's done it. Rake's Cry, I don't even need to really talk about it. We all know who Rake's Cry is. He, you know, played on multiple alt accounts, cheated for an insane amount of time. He boosted Sly Pro, and he boosted several other players that wanted to play with him. And he was a force to be reckoned with, and he dominated pretty much every single monthly for an entire year. He either got top 10, top 5, top 3, or top 1. So, yeah, he was a pretty fucking formidable cheater, and he will go down in the history of Blitz as probably the best fucking hacker that touched the game. So, that is a doozy of a video, guys. It was 43 fucking minutes long. I tried to make this as short as possible, but I really wanted to talk about everyone in depth and really give reasons as to why they're cheating. I had to be really careful with this recording. You don't have to watch the entire video. I know it's going to be fucking difficult to watch a 43-minute video, but I did want to make this tier list, and it's really not that long if you really think about it. Like, just watch it in bits and pieces. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Holy shit. I think I'm just going to make this my 500 sub special. There we go. 500 subs. Yay. This is it, guys. 43-minute fucking video. Anyways, have a good day, guys. See you around.